Okay, so I got
You
all
know who
my
else is a man?
who
The ex first lady.
huh?
I think it's say, huh?
What'd you say?
Michelle.
I just want to give a special shout out to my ex family. I'm glad y'all back. I missed y'all so much. The Twitter family. I finally got my check mark, so now I'm able to go live up in here. I do miss going live with y'all. I was just going over the chart. I'm up here with James Longstar Madden, who's gonna be coming back periodically, back in the sessions. I'm back. I just feel good. I just want to give y'all a special shout out. I missed y'all so much. How we was growing every time I did a show, we was growing so much, Just miss you guys. Shout out to in my Instagram family too. Um, Shout out to y'all for y'all early morning people. Just give them a quick shout out to everybody that be stopping up in here, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. You guys didn't really have to, but you do it. You find a way to do it. I'm already jumped up to 11 people up in my string. See, I missed this. X be popping. My Rumble family too. Now, don't get it twisted. My Rumble family, we be jumping, we be getting it popping up in there. But we're talking about with Kamala being in office, or the LBGT, are they still gonna be administrated, or they're gonna be left out, or they're gonna be well not thought of and stuff like that. Shall they be indoctrinated into male and female sports? I'ma still say no on all these attributes. But I was just telling my crew earlier because I just did a show maybe 4 hours ago. I did a show 4 hours ago and I was letting them know that you know, we be they're automatically putting boys at the age of 18 automatically drafted into a war. And if Kamala get in office, they're talking about actually drafting girls into the wars. And do y'all think that is okay?
So you saying they drafting people? They drafting the kids? They starting to draft again? That what you saying?
Yeah, it's all well, you know how when you turn 18 you register into the army and stuff like that. Well, now you don't have to register, you automatically getting into there. There's no registering, you automatic. And when Kamala gets in office, females are going to be right behind the man, where they're going to be automatically drafted into the war, automatically registered into the war. Let me put it like that, into the army. And some people thought I was playing. I was like, no, it's really, really going down. You might want to look that up and see what's going on, just in case you or somebody that you like or love be put in one of these predicaments.
So
Cause
that's
like,
one of her
oh my God, I
policies.
can't believe it. Huh?
So that's one of her policies.
Yeah. It was pulled up on a Bill Maher show. That's how I found out about it.
Damn.
That's how I found out about it.
So you got that, and then you got
Huh?
Project 25.
Project 25 is not a real project. It's a scare tactic to scare people into voting for the other candidate. If you really, a lot of people who are Trump supporters are trying to explain to people, you can go on Trump's website on his administration, and he got the Project 47, which sounds, if people can read it, it does sound like what he did last year. I mean, the 4 years ago when he was in office, it doesn't sound like what people are trying to administrate now. And yet again, I'd be trying to break down the part about people defunding the police, or people like, oh, you stormed the Capitol. And I was like, well, I remember a story last year of hundreds of black people trying to fill out their income taxes, couldn't fill out their income taxes, and the IRS had closed. But yet again, y'all money was in the government hands and y'all did nothing about it. But y'all look at the white people and say when they storm the Capitol that they crazy. But yet again, black people storm Walmart, and I think that's crazy. So I'm like, what is the difference?
Well, you say black people store Walmart, and you think that's crazy.
I mean, I do. I think that's crazy because are you getting something done? You're not getting nothing done. There's nothing happening. You're not relishing anything. You're just wasting time. Where people storming the Capitol actually made a difference and and showed the people like, look, if we feel like we're getting overthrown or something's not right for the people, this is how you get things done. Or at least that's how I took it. I want to get things done. I don't want to procrastinate. I don't want to sit up here and think that, hey, you are bigger or better than me or any type of way like that. I feel like, what I'm saying, we should stand up for what we believe in. Black people want reparations, but yet again, y'all won't storm the Capitol and tell Nancy Pelosi, give me my reparations.
I also
I'm
hear
just
that she's
saying.
trying to take our fourth. What is it? Is it the Second Amendment or the fourth?
Freedom of speech or
I
the
can't
gun.
remember. The one with the gun. I think it's fourth. She's trying to take that away, make it so that we be a nation like London. Because in London, nobody's allowed to have in Europe. Nobody's allowed to have no guns, not even the police. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she trying to get like that.
Crazy lady.
I don't know about you though,
Whoa.
but I think everybody should have the right to bear arms.
Yeah. Just in case the government feels like they try to overthrow us.
Or if the government get overthrown and the motherfuckers try to come and take over the United States, we can fight back.
Yeah.
If we ain't
You're
got no
right.
guns, then it's easy for any nation to come over here and fuck us up. It's easy for any government to come over here and fuck us up. Well, even if it's our own government. But as long as they know we got guns, then even though they got better toys, way, way better toys, but we outnumber them. And as a matter of fact, you know, if we
See,
talking about
people
the
like to
government,
bring up they got better toys, but we got just as much as toys and innovative people on the outside looking in that don't even show
yeah,
you about what they're doing. And
yeah,
then you got the same type of military, same type of scary people that's in the military, outside the military. So
yeah.
when you bring your best sniper, we got a good sniper too. So not talking to you directly. I'm just talking for those
No,
who
yeah, I
think
go,
like
yeah,
that. Like,
yeah.
like no. You think that when the American people stand up to the government just gonna wipe us out that easily? No, they gotta come with some tactics. They gotta really think like, okay, who's out there still alive that can shoot the shit out of us real good?
It's gonna the
First and
government gonna
foremost.
lose. You know why? Because even though most of the military that went through the boot camp brainwashing procedure, a lot of them still got families, man. A lot of them still care about their family, and they
Yeah,
trained them to fight abroad, not to kill Americans. You know what I'm saying? So if it came down to some martial law type shit, and the government was forced to like kill, you know what I'm saying, like kill people in America, it would be a lot of military people that wouldn't be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be like, man, I'm about to bomb my hometown, or we about to shoot up where I went to school. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? This is not what I signed up for, United States. So you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna drop their guns and walk away. You know what I'm saying? For real, they be
right.
like, look, I love my family, you know? So
I'm
yeah,
not gonna beat up on Uncle Earl.
right, right. We not I didn't sign up. This is not what I signed up for. I signed to protect the United States, not to fucking kill it. So it's gonna be a lot of on all the branches. It's gonna be a lot of officers, enlisted men, government. Now it's gonna be a small percentage that's gonna be like, fuck it, I fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We took an oath for the government. The government want us to do this. I'm gonna do it. I'm a soldier. You're gonna have like a 10% of people that's gonna be like that. But the other 90, 80%, they're gonna be on some shit like, I got families, man. I grew up in America. I grew up in, Kansas City. I can't blow that shit up. My mama live there. The fuck wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? My mama's still there. I'm not doing that. No,
Oh,
my daughter is in California. I'm not doing that. Or no, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a lot of people
right,
that's gonna be
right.
like that, Mike. No, I'm not
Yeah,
blowing up that school. I'm not blowing that up. I'm not blowing that school up. You're making us terrorists. We're not terrorists. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
hmm
you're gonna have a lot of people that ain't gonna rock with that, Mike.
and that's a good thing. I mean, I was talking to some people. I just actually, I accidentally just put this on my regular Facebook page, so maybe they'll come across it or not. Saying that, talking about the fact that when it comes down to policies and things that really matter, people may think that us Trump supporters are not looking at policy. We just looking at a man who brags about what he can and can't do, who's so called in love with Putin. And I try to explain to people it's not that type of situation or party. Is what a man actually bring. It's actually knowing the fact that there's other country that has better resources than us, and we can't be letting them keep taking over and running our society. We can't be getting overtaxed. We can't keep protecting people without getting some benefits because we're not making the right type of money and profit out of it. We're actually suffering in the same breath. So that's another thing I look at. I look at um, what this man did without Congress or needing certain votes actually standing up for this country. A lot of people don't look at that. But then you got people who's gonna look at this convention of Kamala Harris. And I have heard some people talk about some of the policies because she's trying to slip some through the cracks and stuff like that. And I got a good one right here. We just keep speaking her up. So I'm gonna bring up Nancy Pelosi and
Oh
what they
Lord.
try to grill her on for as putting out Joe and what their policies and how they're going to move forward in the future and what is their commander in chief if it was Kamala, what she's going to do.
One day ago that he stepped aside. And I know that it was very difficult for him. That's been made very clear by some of his top aides like Anita Dunn and Ron Klain. And there does seem to be, even though Anita Dunn said earlier today, quote, nobody wants to have a fight with Nancy Pelosi at this time, unquote. It does seem like there's some residual bad blood or resentment. And I'm wondering if you've spoken to him and what your response is to that.
Sometimes you just have to take a punch for the children.
And that's what you're doing right now. You're just going to take the punch for the children.
Who's punching right now?
I don't know.
Anita Dunn said.
I didn't even hear this.
Yeah,
I'm just hearing.
It was an interview with me.
Maybe he's throwing the punch. I don't know.
No,
I'm not. I would never. But
she
Anita,
said she doesn't want to fight.
nobody wants to have a fight with Nancy Pelosi at this time.
Well, you know what?
Have you talked
I
to
have
him?
to
Is my
do
only question.
what I have to do.
Right.
He made the decision for the country. My concern was not about the president; it was about his campaign. As he has seen the exuberance, the excitement that has come forth in our country. I just did an event for one of our members in Illinois, Eric Sorensen, today. Immediately, he got 1,100 volunteers into his campaign as soon as that announcement was made.
Nobody is questioning the fact that the Democratic Party seems much better positioned right now than it did 4 weeks and 2 days ago. There's no question about that. Former Speaker Pelosi.
So why are we even talking about it?
They put it on my script and made me read it.
I like how she punched back because CNN has actually been doing some work and trying to investigate. Like, look, did he leave? Did y'all put him out? Like, this is this is history in the making. This is things that have not been done in a very, very long time. Um, Kamala, a woman who came out of nowhere, who was a prosecutor, who, yet again, when people look up her record, if you want to take the time to look up her record, it's not like she has a high conviction record. Just like any prosecutor that wants to be a very good prosecutor, they're going to make sure they what? Prosecute people. So you're going to
She
take
slept
any
her
case
way
that
to the
you may
top,
say,
Capiche.
huh?
She slept her way to the top.
Yet again, people say that are allegations. I have no proof of that, so therefore I cannot say that. You have the right to say that all you want to,
It's on.
But yet again,
You can Google
you
it.
can never.
It's on. It's on Google. It's on YouTube.
Yet again, it's not on YouTube.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's where I saw it.
It's people's opinion,
No,
not
it's
the
fact.
actual. Okay, so how
She
many people?
dated. She dated her boss. She dated her boss when she was a prosecutor, and he was married. And then when it came time for her to get elected, he made sure that happened. And then they broke up.
Okay.
But they was dating.
Say that one more time.
I said, but they were dating. He was hitting it. He was married. She wasn't.
Right.
So, yeah, when he slid up out of there, he made sure she got the job, his job. I forgot the dude's name.
I'm still not knocking that. I mean, that really doesn't mean absolutely nothing to me personally. And the only reason I had to say that because I know a guy that's going to watch my show. His name is Nay. I'm going to give him a shout out. Go watch Nay Gardens on Rumble. He's going to say, oh, yeah, Mike, you see how your boy over there, James, is shutting down your boy Trump. And I'm going to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? He's probably going to be shocked to hear me say that sleeping around Kamala business doesn't really mean absolutely jack shit. And just like people say, oh, what about Joe Brown? I'm saying, I'm being honest. Joe Brown is a highly respected man, but his going on social media credibility talking about Kamala don't mean nothing either. It really don't. But yet again, you can look at somebody that's 30 and under that don't know nothing about Joe Brown, gonna look at him like that. And the first thing they're gonna say is he's senile. Oh, look at that old man. He don't know. Woo, woo, woo. Now, us OGs that seen Joe Brown in his prime and all that stuff, yeah, we got mad respect. We're gonna respect everything he say. So yeah, when he says it and other prosecutors and other people come out, it's like, okay. That's a good argument. She slept her way to the top. Cool, whatever. But in this industry, who hasn't slept their way to the top? Who hasn't did some a sexual favor on the side? Everybody does a sexual favor in some type of industry somewhere. So yet again, I'm not gonna hold that against her. What I will hold against you is what type of prosecuting did you actually do? What type of cases did you actually try to pick up? You know what I'm saying? I rather hand your credibility of your stature, what you stand for, more than what you slept. I don't give a fuck how many dicks you suck. I don't
Okay,
care.
so let's change it up.
Okay.
So you don't care about that, right? All right,
No.
let's say she becomes president, right? And
Right.
let's just say, for hypothetical reasons, let's say Putin, right? Her and Putin have a couple of drinks. They wind up doing something. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, we getting invaded. You know what I'm saying? So would you care then? Or you still don't give a fuck?
That she slept with the enemy to invade us?
Yeah.
Okay. You see the outcome of that? Compared to I just slept my way to the top. Yeah, that's a totally different outcome. That's a totally different reason. And hopefully, in your scenario, it's just not because you just totally slept your way to the top. Like, that sounds stupid. Or you slept Because what benefits would she have out of sleeping with Putin to invade her own country?
Okay, let's reverse it.
She
What if
get a
she's
mil-
trying to goddamn invade Russia?
now, okay. Now let's say your same scenario. Now she was trying to Putin. You know, we ain't gonna say the word because just in case social media get all
Yeah, you
sensitive, but
just got back on, man. You don't want to get off. Yeah.
she tried to spin and bend Putin to take him out the narrative and get caught. I kind of don't care. I kind of do care. I don't want to give you a thumb up for like, okay, I see you trying to show the American people that you a thug. You see what I'm saying? But
But she not gonna get caught because she probably gonna get her secret agents to do it. So she not gonna get caught. Black ops.
I don't think Putin's smashing anything in America.
I was just saying hypothetically, man. I ain't saying it's gonna happen in real life.
We speaking hypothetically.
Yeah.
I'm just like, because I would have that in the back of my mind. Like these guys don't really like me. They really trying to, woo. I'm not smashing nothing in America.
Now you sitting here thinking Putin, the president of fucking Russia, he got money. I ain't gonna say he's one of the richest guys in the world, but the nigga got money. You gonna tell me he ain't never had no American pussy? You lying.
That ain't what I said.
Okay.
I'm talking about right now that Kamala's trying to get in office. You know she doesn't like me. There's no way that I finna have sexual relations with anything American because I would be thinking just like how you just said. They try to take me out.
He didn't have Indian pussy.
They try to take down one of Putin's planes. But he just right again. So why am I'm definitely not finna smash no American. You see what I'm saying? Already the Ukraine got close to me to where I had to assassinate one of my best friends. I know America doesn't agree with what I have stand for. Nah, I personally would take that chance. That's just too risky. Sex may be good, but ain't that risk? I could have risked my life during election season. And I know these back crazy people over here in America. Oh, hell no. Because you remember what because think about this. Kamala has not said nothing like strongly that make me think that she's going to go over there and talk to Putin, sit down and have a conversation and stop the war.
No, she not.
Right. Trump has literally said on day one that the hostages better be released, and therefore I would have the war in Ukraine versus Russia done before January 20th. It'll be done. Stop the killing. Now, I mean, just him saying that alone and how he said it, if anybody ever seen the speech, that's gangster to me. That's thug. Like
didn't Trump get Fetty Wap out of jail?
Huh?
Didn't Trump get Fetty Wap out of jail?
Kodak Black. I'm not sure about Fetty Wap. I think
he
Obama
did
got Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap got locked up overseas and he got him out.
I thought that was Obama got Fetty Wap.
No, that was Trump.
Cause Fetty Wap ain't got in trouble in so long. Like hell nah.
Yeah, it was back when Trump was in office. Yeah, Fetty Wap got Trump out. He got Kodak Black out. He done got some niggas out.
But Fetty Wap wasn't doing bad stuff until Obama was in office.
I'm gonna have to look that up. But I thought Trump got Fetty Wap out. Cause I remember Fetty Wap said, "Thank you, Trump."
Trump sat down with what's his name?
Kanye.
Waka Flocka and told him the game about stock market and investment.
He sat down with Kanye too.
Yeah, you can go there. Look, yeah. You can go there. You can bring up Kanye, I guess. Just take his medicine, Kanye.
That's the problem. He not taking it. That's the problem.
Uh, man, shout out to X. I got 24 people up in here, 6 up in Rumble. Where else? I
Oh
got
wait,
some
hold on,
people up.
Capiche.
Huh?
Now we start getting more people in here. You need to answer my question, bro.
You got to ask the question.
I
How you
asked
think
you
you
how you
answer
felt
questions people
about.
don't?
I asked you how you felt about flipping genders when you can't make it in the right agenda. Damn, I ain't even say that right. I meant damn, I ain't even say that right, Mike. I meant to say when you flip genders and you can't make it in your born gender, but then you flip to try to be a Michael Jordan in the other gender because you got the DNA of the other gender, if that makes sense.
I believe it's a Nazi collusion that they're happening. Is that I believe that other countries are allowing us and brainwashing us to believe this ideology, because I did a story a long time ago that this LBGTQ was made up by a scientist in a laboratory back in the day. They used to sexualize babies all the way up to old women and to old men. He used to just let them sit up in here and just have orgasms from birth to death. Yes, it's a true story. I'm not up here making believe in nothing. And so yet again, this guy
That nigga
actually got
said from
caught.
birth to death. That's a lot of
Yeah.
fucking.
I
That's a lot of
mean,
fucking, Capiche.
we're talking about different candidates. We're talking about hundreds of patients, bro. We're not just talking about just this one, two, three people. Yeah, boom. But yes, this was what he was doing. So it's actually in a book about the LBG and where it came from. It was late early 1900s during a war, and yet again, this guy got captured over here. People don't know that the when these scientists came over here in America and they started studying with Americas, and we started juniorizing this was actually one of Hitler's plans to, you know what I'm saying, if I'm dead and gone, that my legacy live on. There's like, when you look at for people that are in the comic books, and you know, Captain America versus the Red Skull. The Red
Right.
Skull was supposed to represent that same thing. And if you've seen the movies, even though Red Skull got vanished off the planet, his legacy steady lived on. His thing got brainwashed in American traditions. That's why when you have a guy, we're not going to bring his name up, that's running for president, say that we need to get back to Christian values, and then the Democratic Party say, oh, it's white nationalists or it's white Christian values. All of a sudden, Christian values put a color on it. And when I was growing up, it was just simple Christian values. So you look at it, we're taking Christian values up out of what we used to be brought up in your home, up in your church, up in the schools. This was how America was funded on. This is how America was built. Christian values beat Catholic values, Spain and other countries back in around the 13 colonies, before even the 13 colonies was built. That's why I was trying to explain to my other cats, like, people, when y'all look at history, you can't ignore the religion part with the politics, because yes, they do go together, even though it may say keep it separate. But yet again, God wouldn't have made 13 commandments for no reason. If we wasn't
I thought it
abide
was
by
10.
them, those didn't help start our laws. So when you
I
go
thought it
to
was
the
10.
transgender, huh?
I thought it was 10. Where you get the extra 3 from?
Okay, 10. Anyway, yet again, when you're looking at these situations and you're taking things that doesn't buy by Christian values, and you're like, oh yeah, this is cool, we just want to accept everybody, it's unacceptable. Like, you still hear that Them LGBTQ, they're not going to Muslim countries and doing it. They're not going to Jewish countries and doing it.
That's
They're not
because
going to Catholic. I mean, they're
that
doing it inside Catholic countries because why? Catholic has some of the highest sex rape charges in the world. When you look at the religious part of it, like who do all the most cynical things, and you wonder why
that's
certain
because
people
some
follow certain
religions
religion.
that's because Christianity is really the only religion that's accepting that. All the other religions aren't accepting that. That's the reason why they're not going into those places. Muslims ain't putting up with that. The Roman Catholics ain't putting up with that, even though they got their own thing going on. They ain't putting up with that. You know what I'm saying? They may support them and they may get some money and support them, but no, you know what I'm saying? So Muslims, no, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't believe in that. You know what I mean? So, you know,
And you're not gonna disrespect them either.
right.
You're not gonna disrespect them. And that's what I be saying when I look at this, and when you look at them words and people like, oh, the Democrats, I'm like, dang, you say Democrats, but then y'all be talking about demigods. And so why would we worship demigods and stuff that don't have no value to it? I have not yet to see this party show any value towards the people for real. They got an abortion truck right outside their DNC. They got a thing for you to get your nuts clipped right outside. Like, how's that helping? How about books and school funds and pencils and papers, simple things for kids to make them be interested? You got abortion, like kids looking at that like, what? Like, make that make sense? That don't make absolutely no sense to me. But yet again, it's happening. Yet again, it's going down. That's the only thing I be looking at. But let's see what this finna go. Let's see where they finna go.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie. Once they told her stop that laugh, I haven't heard her do that laugh since. She have not did that famous laugh that we were so annoyed of. I have not seen it.
It is so good to be with everyone this evening in this hall and everyone at home. This is going to be a great week. And I want to kick us off by celebrating our incredible President Joe Biden, who will be speaking later tonight. Joe, thank you for your historic leadership, for your lifetime of service to our nation, and for all you will continue to do. We are forever grateful to you. Thank you, Joe. And looking out at everyone tonight, I see the beauty of our great nation. People from every corner of our country and every walk of life are here, united by our shared vision for the future of our country. And this November, we will come together and declare with one voice, as one people, we are moving forward. With optimism, hope, and faith, So guided by our love of country, knowing we all have so much more in common than what separates us, let us fight for the ideals we hold dear, and let us always remember, when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Good night, everyone.
It is so fun to be back here in the United Center.
Is that Steve Kerr?
You see, I had to pause. Now, Steve Kerr, head coach of the Golden State Warriors. Stop. Really? So they had Steve Kerr, AOC.
Who?
AOC. This is AOC.
I don't know who that is.
Hillary.
I know who that is.
Eyelashes, I like to call her. Miss Jasmine from Texas, which I ain't gonna lie, she probably no BS. She probably gave, to me, my opinion, one of the best speeches out there.
The fuck he got to say?
Huh?
Is that Joe? What he got to say?
Oh, you know it. You know it. Let's see if he juiced up. Ah, he juiced up. You see him started running. I love you, Joe. I smashed you last night.
So keep it up, which my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love.
What is he crying for?
Higher, higher. You know, they must be on helium bloom because they're talking about higher and higher. She got over there quick.
Thank you.
Not crying. Not was crying. Nancy, like, give me one of those poses. I used to dance on it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was my daughter. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for so. I tell you what.
I might have to speed this up because he's taking forever.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Damn.
My dearest daughter Ashley, God love you, you're incredible. Thank you for that introduction and for being my courageous heart, along with Hunter and our entire family, and especially our rock, Jill. For those of you who know us, she still leaves me both breathless and speechless. Everybody knows her. I love her more than she loves me. She walks down the stairs and I still get that going boom, 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 boom. You all will know me. No, I'm kidding. Let's give a special round of applause to our First Lady, Jill Biden. My dad used to have an expression, for real. He'd say, Joey, family is the beginning, the middle, and the end. And I love you all. Folks. And America, I love you. Folks, let me ask you. Let me ask you, are you ready to vote for freedom? Are you ready to vote for democracy and for America? Let me ask you.
You talk
I
to
have
him
to
is my
do
only
what I have to do.
right.
Hold on, let me go back. I ain't trying to do that. That boy is juiced up. Look at that. That's the president that needed during the debate.
And America, I love you.
That's like the third clone.
That's the third clone.
Folks,
Yeah, they got different
let me
versions of
ask
them.
you.
This the one that works.
Yeah.
And to faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States. In front of me was the city surrounded by the National Guard. Behind me, a Capitol just 2 weeks before had been overrun by a violent mob. What I knew then, from the bottom of my heart, that I knew now, there is no place in America for political violence. None. You cannot say you love your country only when you win. In that moment, I wasn't looking to the past. I was looking to the future. I spoke of the work at hand, the moment we had to meet. It was, as I told you then, a winter of peril and possibility. Of peril and possibility. We're in the grip of a once-in-a-century pandemic, historic joblessness, a call for racial justice long overdue, clear and present threats to our very democracy. Thank you.
Y'all didn't even say this shit
Yeah.
for Obama.
Yet I believe then, and I believe now, that progress was and is possible. Justice is achievable, and our best days are not behind us, they're before us.
A much later night, obviously, than certainly a lot of folks anticipated.
And
They missed that Joe. They missed that Joe right there. The Joe. Don't none of y'all know that Joe. None of y'all know that Joe. That's the Joe that should have showed up at that debate. That's the Joe that should have showed up at them damn interview. But yet again, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. If that Joe would have even showed up, it still have been a way easier for Trump to win. I still think Trump would have just had an easier win. He'd have been like, you know what? Because Kamala is getting people to talk and conversate. I give her that much. Like her, love her, hate her, or disagree with her. You conversate about Kamala way more than you was conversating about Joe. And that's all really where it starts from. You know, that's where it needs to begin, is a conversation to spark in somebody's head. Well, if they talking about it, it must be something good. Or it must be something. So I don't know. Let's see what these panels got to say. What you got to say before I bring these panels up?
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting on him to finish.
Oh, it's over.
Probably than the organizers anticipated. Look, first of all, I want to talk about Joe Biden. And I want to give him some grace, because this was an emotional night for him. When he said, I think one of the most poignant moments came on page 52 when he recited that poem. Yeah. And he said, "America, I gave my best to you." He did that. He did that. He served this country honorably for a lifetime. And tonight he knows it's coming to an end. It wasn't the end that he wanted. And I think it was powerful. I regret that he gave half of it. Felt like he gave his acceptance speech and then moved on to the business at hand, which was to promote the ticket of Harris and Waltz. But as for the rest of the night, I think what you saw in some ways was the difficulty of switching in the middle of the, 3 weeks before a convention, you have a different nominee. And what you saw were, I think, partly was a convention that was planned for Biden, which would have been unalloyed carpet bombing on Trump, and the storytelling around Kamala Harris that was planned after. There were some powerful moments. Steve Kerr, I thought, was incredibly strong. The segment on abortion rights and those families was incredibly powerful. And perhaps the most powerful moment was when Kamala Harris herself stepped on that stage. And, her tone was much different than the tone of some of those later attacks. And it just shows how discordant it was because of, I suspect, the late planning. And then I think you had some speakers who indulged themselves by going longer. And one footnote, I know everybody wants to get a swing at the bat here. This was a small moment, but I think one that I regret, which was when Hillary Clinton was talking about Trump and the crowd started chanting, "Lock him up." Kamala Harris has silenced the crowd, and it would have been a good thing to do there. But hats off to the president for his service to this country. That's
Ben, the old lion's last roar.
That was a long roar.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. But listen, I wish it had been shorter. I wish it had been earlier. But this party needed this tonight. There were cheers. This was not, some stuff at these conventions is artificial, and this was a legitimate moment of catharsis and love. This guy, to me, the most powerful thing he said was, "I was too young to go to the Senate, and now I'm too old to be president. I gave my best to you." That's Joe Biden. That's Joe Biden. This is a tough game. This is a brutal game. You're up and then you're down. You're the most important person in the world, and then they cast you away. That happens to everybody in politics. It just happened to him in a way that the whole world saw it, and he handled it tonight with as much grace as any human being can handle it. And I'm proud. This is a good night to be a Harris. It's a good night to be a Biden. It's a good night to be a Democrat. It's a good night to be an American. This is what it looks like when somebody knows when it's time to go, and they
So a
walk
long
away.
night.
It's
to be
crazy
honest.
that he had to name all of that stuff
It did
before
very
he
much
named
sound like-
America.
Yeah.
If you wanted to know,
It's great to be a Biden, a Harris, a Democrat, an American.
I'm mad he
When
ain't
you
named my
could've-
last name, nigga.
Where he
ain't
could have
damn
just
near- he
said,
named all the last names. He ain't named. I'm mad he ain't named mine now. So you keep
he
going.
could have just said it's a great night to be an American.
what he would have said on Thursday, now you do.
Yeah.
And there were some nice nods there at the end. I agree. The idea of America, I gave my best to you. I mean, this is a person who has had a multi-decade sort of also service to the country, but also wanting to be president, right? And going for that. I think that I did appreciate the moment with Hillary Clinton. I did appreciate the speech, and she did the work that we talked about earlier about talking about identity, being a woman, the significance of that, and tying it to the other history. And I also appreciated them trying to introduce some of the other up and coming stars, whether it be a Jasmine Crockett or whoever, people who have captured the attention of a younger generation, and giving them a really prominent
Big
slot
role. She
to the
killed it.
point where Biden was later in the night. But the whole week is going to be like this, balancing the old and the new.
Scott?
Well, I'm not a Democrat, and obviously I see these things.
Wait,
through
what?
A different, a different.
How'd you get here?
A different, yeah, good question. Through I see them through a little different lens, but I do observe Democrats, and the vibe I felt in the hall tonight was one of. I'll use a sports metaphor, Anderson. You may want. I'll translate
I'll look
for
it
you
up
later.
later. Yeah.
But it's like you're cheering for a sports team, or you love your favorite team, and you're at the end of the game, and you're way down, and then all of a sudden they start coming back, and then we're at the end of the game, and there's a comeback on. That's kind of the vibe that I sense from Democrats in the hall. They were
Rally
losing
caps.
badly for months, and they were going to lose, and they knew it. And all of a sudden, now the vibe in the hall is they feel like they've got a legitimate chance to win a game that they thought was lost. That inherently produces excitement and energy.
Interview with Elon Musk tonight.
So they really think momentum is swinging. They really be pumping it too. I've been checking out these news coverages and stuff every day. Excuse me, these news covers and how they saying that the momentum is swinging in her way. But yet again, if you go listen and talk to people and that sit down and have these conversations, you hear a different thing. You really do. Better yet, play this one for y'all. Just so we on the Kamala bandwagon.
Yeah, got a show for y'all. Got a damn good show. All right, so this journalist here, he interviewed a couple of Kamala supporters outside her rally. Mm-hmm. And these people are... The girl on the left is a freak, I can already tell. I said, no, but Kamala's constituents, missing links, brain dead. Man, it is different, man. Nah, they lack capacity. Yeah, they lack capacity, but they people too, you know. What? Said they lack capacity, man. All right, let's listen to what they have to say. I like that one.
Are y'all voting for Kamala Harris?
I don't want to lose my rights. Like, I'm a trans man and I'm gay and I have been pregnant and I've had an abortion before and I don't want to lose that. I'm afraid of not being able to be myself anymore because from what I've heard, Trump's America doesn't want me to look like this. So
Pause the video.
that's why I'm...
That's not true. Keep the video up there. Yeah. Because now look at a friend with all that stuff hanging out her face. Yeah, she likes pain, I can tell. She likes pain and she likes dishing out pain. Hey, but seriously, she said it's like she brings up that she had an abortion like it's a badge of honor. Yeah. Yeah. He didn't even ask you about that. I've had an abortion. Who cares about that? That should be something you should be embarrassed to tell somebody. Yeah. They destigmatized abortion.
Did this person just say they was a man and a woman and they had an abortion.
No, she's a trans man.
Like you
Meaning
been
she was a
like
woman at first.
you been through too much. Like you just made me tired. You made me sleepy. So one
The
of
one
you
next
so
to her looked more
like
like a trans woman than she do, or he do, whatever they want to call themselves.
I just know I was confused. That's why I let them keep talking for so long. I had to puff on it again. Like, hold on, let me smoke and make sure I heard this correctly. Cause nigga, that sentence was a lifetime of a story because it was so long and confusing. Like we gotta. That's what I'm saying. This picture, this person right here, is not gonna stand up for nothing that this world, well, not stand up for anything that America believes in. They come fight her. She whatever gonna run. They're gonna run. They're gonna run and hide and tell a man, this big man that's reporting, hey, go do the job. I'm not doing it.
Man, people wear that like it's she says I'm a gay man who had an abortion. That sounds crazy. And she said, I'm a trans man who had an abortion. No, baby, you ain't no man if you had an abortion. Hey, but
Right.
what
That's crazy. I thought they were gonna play a little bit more of that interview, but they're not. So yeah, I mean, it's happening so crazy, and I can show you that crowd that's at that convention. You're gonna see a lot of them up in there. I showed it in an earlier video. I paused it on the crowd. Now that I'm talking about it, they can show me a good picture. They ain't gonna show me a good picture of a crowd. Oh shit, Virginia. Here you go. Here you go.
He is not a black person.
There were some mixed views on the idea of a woman president.
What do you think about Kamala Harris?
Kamala Harris, may I say this, and hopefully that you ladies won't get offended, but because of what happened in the Garden of Eden, there will never be an elected woman, whether she's black or white, that will occupy the White House that God would ever stand behind.
I'm not sure America's quite ready for female leadership. It would be wonderful to have a female president if and when one arises that has conservative values that are going to lead the nation in prosperity.
Did Joe Biden dropping out change your view of the election at all?
Oh, it certainly did. I think she's going to be worse than Joe. I just don't think she has the experience. I think she was only chosen because she was a woman.
He has been mocked, scrutinized, slandered, dragged into court. This man is still standing, and he's standing strong because he knows that he was chosen. He's our David.
And Ella Reeve joins me now.
I like how she said he's the David. You know, a lot of people will go to the Bible and people will pick out either the devil or Jesus. She's like, no, he's David. More somebody to show us how to go inside the lion's den and go against the enemy and come on top. Like everything is not all scrutiny. Once again, I got a guy that's on Rumble who, if I'm not mistaken, would sort of want the same thing that I wanted. We sat down and really had a conversation. If I actually came on this live or he came on my live, we had a conversation. We would agree on a lot of things. Like we want less government involvement. We want less taxes. We probably both believe in guns and like that. Now, what we do disagree on is that the fact that like women's rights. I told him I don't understand women's rights when it comes to what our women are fighting for. If Trump technically just gave the power back to the states, not having the feds involved, and see, I think that is a small step into taking down the child support range and stuff like that by taking the feds out, because yet again you don't want somebody regulating. And I do hear some people like, yeah, I think I do want the federals regulating over that. But then you don't want the feds regulating over your neighborhoods or I spying in your homes and stuff like that. But yet again, you want them regulating over your body, but you don't want them to tell you what to do. And Trump is doing the opposite of what the Democrats be saying. He wants the states to take care of it, not the federal government to take care of it. And now y'all said, no, we want the federal government to take care of it, because yet again, it's been holding accountability on men, not women. And I don't think people are looking at it like that. They just know, y'all worried about the injuries and the hurts and the bodies and the pains and the sores of what you go through, instead of the policy and what is really stopping. Y'all be wanting to grow y'all families, but yet again, y'all don't grow y'all family because y'all mad at who y'all slept with or who y'all done did what, when, where, and why with. I'm not trying to go there and hurt nobody's feelings or saying nothing like that. It's just what it is and how it goes up in here. Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering what you heard from other customers in the store.
Well, as much as identity politics was rebuked by the merchandise there, identity was still really important to the people I spoke to. For example, one younger man told me that he didn't like Harris because she was for city people who had office jobs, whereas Trump was for blue-collar people like him.
And how did you meet the woman who runs the store?
I met her about 6 months ago in Virginia. She told me this story of wearing a Confederate flag swimsuit on the beach and how so many people had come up to her. She realized she'd missed a marketing opportunity. Obviously, I wanted to talk to her about what she thought about Harris's nomination, but she wasn't going to budge on that. And of course, polls show that she is not in the majority among Black women, even a Black woman who was our taxi driver.
See, that's the beautiful thing. And I keep up here telling y'all the sadness about everything is the fact that you do have a person like Ricky Smiley and Stephen A. Smith and Steve Harvey that will come on these platforms and tell us, oh man, don't do what y'all been doing because that's not okay. Don't think independently and spread that news and spread the word. We think independently. We just try to spread information. We ain't trying to hold no gun to nobody's heads, tell y'all to vote a certain way. We just give you our opinion around with facts to back it up, because most people in my eyes, definitely when they're doing this, they were like, look, I just want to spread the word. You know, I'm just trying to tell people a little truth. We've been hoodwinked. Quit thinking how you want to think, because it's not always like that. And you know, we can go from there. But people see like they're like, oh man, you trying to tell me how to? No, I never want to tell nobody how to vote. I just want to appreciate everyone that don't know nothing about voting, ain't thought about voting, to then, you know, be able to say, hey, he right. I never really thought about voting. So, you know, here's some points. Here are some values that we're gonna think about. And then, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go from there. if my testimonies and things that I bring up ain't on point or don't mean nothing, then they don't mean nothing. But then when you see the facts, oh man, abortion coming through, LBGTQ coming through, gender swap leagues is coming through, flags in schools is coming through, sex in preschools and middle schools are coming through. You cannot say that these are things are not happening. You don't see them. And then I have to say yet again, a lot of people in my community, my friends and family that I talk to every day, don't know none of this stuff is happening. I'll be like, how can you be a Democrat, don't know that your own party is running this thing on y'all? Oh man, they not doing that to us. Huh? Then you go shoot them up with an old post like, hey man, go read this, go look at this. They be like, oh man, that's just down there, man. No, it's everywhere. I had a young lady on my show. And I showed her everything. I'm like, look, this is what's going on over here. And man, I was just like, dang, this is what it is. And she just couldn't believe me. She's like, nah, that's not true. So she was like, I asked my kid, and my kid came to me and she said she heard about it. And I was like, yeah. So your kid heard about it. I'm telling you about it. It's actually going down like that. Why wouldn't you think that it's true? These kids are getting indoctrinated. Oh man, we shout out to X and Rumble, boy. Y'all is popping this morning. Good morning to y'all. Good morning. And we got 38 people up in the X community chilling. This is why I fought so hard to try to get my community back, because we was growing. I know Nate always tell me to really invest into the to Rumble, but X be love you, X. I don't know if me and Elon Musk need to sit down and have a good morning or have a good conversation. Like, look, check this out, Eli. I'm a little nigga. do one of those. Let me get a what's his name? Let me get a Don Lennon contract just on a little man note. Dude, somebody had exposed his contract because he's suing Elon Musk. So you know what I'm saying, now with the paperwork's out, it actually shows you the actual contract of Elon Musk and what was his obligations of what he was trying to do and what he was supposed to do. Let me get that shit on a little man scale, boy. I'll be posting every day, talking every day, bruh. I was like, look, every time somebody asks me where you at, man, I just send them the link. I'm right here on X trying to grow community. But that I got a long way to go. Dude, I'm only getting a couple of hundreds up in here, maybe, 50, 30, you know what I'm saying? Just cut me $100 check, you know what I'm saying? No, really. Just cut me $2,000 check, we'll be straight, that'll be cool with me. But I just appreciate that we able to come on here. James was able to come on here, take the time out through his busy day to come on here because the man's flying all over the country. He ain't no telling when the next time he'll be able to come on here and sit down and talk with us. Shout out to Caveman when he has time to come on here and sit with me, because people be busy, and you know what I'm saying, even I had to take I think I took a 5-day little vacation, just a day off, time to rewind, let some stories build up and see where they was going and stuff like that, because there are a lot of things to cover. Also, if y'all gonna be covering me on YouTube, I do be posting marijuana news stories every day. I be posting marijuana news stories every day. Just my program is running a little off, so give me a couple of days to get that fixed. I will be reposting new marijuana news stories. Y'all know this is marijuana podcast where we do marijuana speak about things that do matter. We are in the AM session on the East Coast. It is what time?
About 9 o'clock.
And over here on the West Coast, it is 5:50 in the morning. We are doing a sunrise session. I can almost see the sunrise. I think I got maybe 40 minutes or so before the actual sunrise. Shout out to everybody that's with me. Shout out to everybody that came last night. X, if I know that we was popping like this, y'all would have been here last night. I had a special guest come through for the first time. I hope that we showed her a good time. I hope everything went well. She was able to come back maybe later. She's a very intelligent Democrat, and you know it's hard to get Democrats on these shows and actually speak their mind. So I do appreciate. Hope that she come on. Thank you for 95210 bringing that special guest on here last night. Maybe I'm gonna find that video so I can upload it to X so y'all can see it. Maybe catch up on it. It was a very good show. We actually started this show with no intro. we jumped right into it, you know what I'm saying? Because you had that good question. I feel you. Also do want to work on what you was talking about too behind the scenes. We're working on the VR in a virtual world. I know that you've been investing in the virtual world. You was explaining to me how we can build our own Burn Live virtual world and get it popping in there and have a conversation where people will more interact and probably have something to say, especially trying to find those Democrat Kamala Harris fans out there. It'd be a beautiful thing to do. And may the best person win, because like I said, I believe Trump is going to win, but who am I to say who's going to win? I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a storyteller. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fortune cookie reader. I'm not none of that. So it's us for grabs. And speaking of Don Lemon Trees actually, I think he was in Atlanta somewhere. He was somewhere. Let me pass up this doggone commercial. I'm gonna bring it up because y'all got to pay for my YouTube subscription. So I don't have these commercials. I can't deal with these commercials. Now when I'm live and I'm recording. Now when I'm live and recording, man, it don't look right, man. We gotta do something. So Don Lemon, everybody know who Don Lemon. If you don't know who Don Lemon is, Don Lemon used to work for CNN back in the day. He used to report on Trump. He thought Trump was a very evil Hitler person, call him a Hitler, you know, the blah, 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 blah. He got fired from there. Elon Musk tried to hire him on, and then it didn't work there. So now he's totally independent, trying to do his own thing. He went out, asked people who would they vote for. I actually can't find his actual podcast of this, so I'm just going to show you from his point of view, just the Don Lemon.
Like me, look, I'm just giving you my opinion. Nobody gets who, but he knows. He said, look, let me tell you how he deceptive. And he likes asking about Trump. He said Trump for the question.
I mean,
what do you support?
I'll plead the fifth. Trump for the win.
Tell me why.
I can't really call that right now, but I just feel like she's not good for president. She's good vice, but not for the actual lead role for the country.
Does it have anything to do with being a woman?
No. No, because I feel like women, nah, you're not going to give me that.
Your money's on Harris.
Yeah.
Who do you want?
Trump.
Why don't you like Harris?
Oh, she don't have any experience.
She's the vice president. She's a senator.
Yeah, she has no experience.
Well, I want Donald Trump. I just feel we need somebody that has a stronger background with the military and the world in general.
She was a prosecutor and attorney general, senator, vice president. You're in a gambling town. Who's your money on?
I'm going to support the Democratic Party, but I mean, Trump looks like he got it in the bag right now.
4 years ago, it was a lot better. I made a lot more money than I do now.
I know you feel that way, but that's not actually what the record shows. The economy is actually better under Biden. No, I'm serious. That's what the facts show.
Okay, you know what?
No, that's not because I. Look, they didn't even know who he was. They're like, you watch CNN. Then can you imagine? Can you imagine being?
That's funny. Yes, I think that's funny that you up there and people don't even know that you work for CNN. He's like, do you watch CNN? You sound like one of CNN anchors.
That's damn.
Kamala Harris is trying to let us know that she's going to do tax cuts on government groceries. So The grocery stores are gonna be ran by the government. A lot of more things out here in America is gonna be ran by the government. It's not gonna be safe for you to actually go to schools because your school is gonna be ran more by federal government. Federal government is gonna have more control over America if she get in office. That's one thing that is starting to paint a picture about Kamala Harris that I'm starting to see. If you don't see it, I do understand, you know what I'm saying? It's not meant for everybody to wake up and understand it and process. But the things that she's trying to administrate, the no tax on tips, but she don't know how to administrate that. You just heard somebody else do it. You're going to steal other people's policy. All these little things. Your vice president hid in Minnesota, lied about his Army record, lied about a DUI ticket. I mean, a little simple lying thing that he did, he's getting caught on. People should be lucky that a vice president doesn't make the presidency or really counts, because then all this stuff will be coming out. CNN is going to try to brush this stuff. You know, NBC is definitely going to brush all this stuff up under the rug and stuff like that. But y'all, all this deceitfulness and all this, oh, I lied about the war. I mean, especially about war. I know people that go to war, that's been in wars, take that stuff so serious. Like, you shouldn't play around with that, period, at all. Period, point blank. And for you not to have no stars and stripes to be talking about what you did in the Army, I just think that's personally a slap in the face to the American people. That's a slap in the face. Now the DUI ticket lying about you were blind or something, you was drunk, and you really told that person don't give you a ticket, or however the story goes, because I really don't know how the story. I only heard bits and pieces of it. I don't care. I just want to say that because I know somebody, if I get into their chat a little bit later on, which he is live right now, actually. How can I do this? Because it'll be funny, because as soon as I go up in there and y'all hear this man get to talking, he's just going to be rah, 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 rah. And I was like, oh my God, bro. Sometimes it just go too far. I never actually tried to get up in somebody's feed from my desktop, where it's not showing you live, it just show he's live on my phone. So I'm gonna give it a second. Go ahead, let them know where you're from. Let them know where they can find you. James,
the Lone Star Madden, Virginia. You can find me if I'm not on Bird Live, then that's pretty much where you're gonna find me at right now. I ain't got no other outlet.
Because my wife is fucking rock and roll dynamite.
So y'all, this is name.
I'm back, Artie. It's just me and you, buddy. It's me and you, Artie. Nobody's else here, buddy. So that's okay. I'm glad Artie's here, because you would be a great person to listen to what I'm going to be talking about this morning.
This is gonna be
But in the meantime,
I don't want to comment.
Let's go ahead and refresh.
Yet,
48
because
1
then,
46
like,
7.
soon as I comment, it's like
48 1.
I have to comment. It's gonna be jump down my throat type stuff, and so it's just like I got to be careful spitting comment up here. But yeah, this is now y'all go check him out on Rumble.
46 7.
Very good guy.
1.5. So it went from 1.4 to 1.5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's turned all the way
That
up.
is a poll of polls. It is from realclearpolling.com. And every day we've been seeing Kamala Harris.
This is why I go with him.
Progress against Trump. Trump is
Oh,
losing.
see,
And now we just got something from
I go for the Bitcoin.
from the moon. Let's go ahead and watch that and see if there's something going on with Bitcoin. Let's check that really quick. Where's the moon at? He doesn't show up in my feed anymore. That is so weird. His videos haven't been showing up in my feed. Oh no,
$5 a month
no,
to
no,
subscribe?
No, never mind. Nope, not watching. I hate Mr. M, and I will not watch. Thumbs down for Mr. M. Fuck you. Fuck this guy. He's a fucking douchebag.
See,
This is hilarious.
That's the
I
part
am
when he
not
get to
racist.
doing all
I'm
the
not
cussing is when it just get on my nerves. Like, man, you can't
against
be
people
doing
for
all
their
the
sexual
cussing.
preference.
That stuff get on
I
my
don't
nerves.
hold that against anybody. But if there's one thing I can't stand, it's inherent or inherited weakness. I can't fucking stand it.
I think he
I
in
can't
Florida
stand
too,
somebody
people.
who has no voice.
Go
who
download
just can't
Rumble.
speak
I'm
for
on Rumble
themselves,
too.
can't
I'm at
really,
Rumble at Capiche One.
dominate a
He's at Nate
conversation,
Garden.
and
I'm on
talks like
YouTube,
a little old lady.
Facebook, Instagram.
Like a
Kind of
90-year-old
really
lady.
everything on all the platforms. James is
And
always
you're a
good.
young
One of my
man. You should
co-hosts,
talk like a
Caveman, is
young
normally
man.
here.
You should
It's just early in
represent
the
like a
morning.
young
He's taking
man. I
a
don't care what the
break
fuck
'cause he
you're
was on an
into,
earlier
but you
show.
should use your voice and you should have some fucking balls underneath your voice if you're going to speak. When I hear this pipsqueak that Carl the Moon is hired to take his place over there on the moon, it's like I can't listen to you for more than 3 seconds. I see you and I turn off the show. That is literally, I bet you that guy, Mr. M, has cost him thousands and thousands of viewers because I cannot be the only person who on the planet who can't stand that motherfucker's voice. And yes, that's what it boils down to is the dude's voice. I can't stand his fucking voice. You ever heard someone say, like in a movie or something, they'll look at someone and say, you know what? I hate your face. And someone's like, well, I have no control over that. Right. The same thing with this guy. I hate his fucking voice. If he has no control over that, it's on him. Too fucking bad. I fucking can't stand that
Never
shit.
looks at the camera for real.
He shouldn't be.
Like, I don't know what that be kind of funny with me, James, bro.
Platform,
And you know what I'm saying? I support him just what he supports me.
Imagine if that guy was a police officer.
But I'm like, what are you looking at? Because you're not looking at the camera. You know where you put your cameras at. But then I think about myself. I probably better look at the camera too.
Pipsqueak bitch. Right? I got a problem with that. I need people in
My
my
camera's
life
like up there.
who
I like this.
No, so I can hear it. It's not coming. It ain't coming out my speakers in my car, and it's coming out of the phone. So it's hard for me to hear you.
masculinity. You could be the most flamingest of all flaming gay men on the planet. I'd still be interested in listening to what you have to say if you say it with fucking confidence, right? You know how to raise your voice? You know how to say fuck you to somebody? That's what I'm looking for, man. I'm looking for passion. I don't want some little pipsqueak that life has run over, and now he can't even fucking
This dude going in, ain't he?
without sounding like a fucking little Tweety bird, a little fucking hummingbird.
It should be funny.
So
I think that's what people should do. Like really, and I hate to do him like that, but I really think that's what you should do. You should just come in here randomly and just press the right button. Press this button so he can go off.
Blue Jaws! Where is everyone? Well, we're early. Went an hour early. But lurking from the orchard. Okay, tap in. Morning. Hey, Craig. Top of the hour. Okay, give me a second on that. I just want to say this. If you guys would please, Bab Blue Jaws and Craig Allen, if you guys would please turn your notifications on for me on Twitter, so when I tweet in the morning at 9 a.m., your phone goes ding. I would really appreciate that. Then you know right when I'm going live, man. I would love it if you guys would do that. Artie got here early. I don't know if he's following me on Twitter. I don't know how you guys knew I was live, but I tweeted it. I was like, let's do a show. Nay's Garden on Rumble. That was the tweet. If you followed me on Twitter, you would have got that tweet. You would have gotten an alert if you turn your notifications on your phone for Twitter and you follow me.
I got the notification because I'm on Rumble.
Then you get notified. Okay? That's it. That's what's up. That's how you find out when I'm going live. That's how I can get through to you guys. But you got to come over to Twitter and you got to support. You got to turn on those notifications. Fair enough? Great. Now, let's go ahead and discuss this dinosaur. This is the lead story of the show. This fucking dinosaur on Bitcoin. Okay, let me pull up this screen here. Give me a second. It is on Kids Back in School. Okay, Craig, thank you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, bro. You got your ding on Twitter. Thank you, Artie. Yes, that's what's up. That's why you guys are here, man. You guys
That's
are
not
here
why
because you're
I'm
following
here.
me on Twitter, and now you know I was an hour early because I saw some shit and I couldn't sit on it for an hour. I'm like, I got to go live now, man. I got to talk about this, and I didn't care if anybody showed up or not. I was going to do the show by myself with nobody in here. I didn't care. So Artie showed up, and I was like, hell yeah, Artie! He made my morning, man. Thank you, Artie. Kids back in school. I got the early notice on Twitter. Hell yeah,
Like
Artie.
other people that subscribe to you, when you subscribe, you know, when you come in, it kind of let you know, like, hey,
Okay, as long as
here's
you're
one of
getting
these
that,
friends of yours that came onto the
Listen,
show.
if you're
So
watching on
you
YouTube,
kind
if
of
you're
get
watching
that.
on Facebook,
On
if you're watching on
Rumble,
Twitch,
yeah, when somebody come onto your live show, you don't know who's coming up in there until they comment. They
download the
have to
Rumble app to your
comment.
phone. It's
You
free.
can have
And
a
then
lot of
seek out
people
Maeve's
watching your
Garden.
show. You won't know. But
Make sure
then
you fill out the
I don't
5-digit
go
code
for
that they email
comments.
you.
Like,
Make an
you
email
don't have to
account
comment. You can
with
sit here
Rumble.
and watch
Come
and
on
have a
over.
good
Okay.
show and have a
Also,
good
you can
time
just go to
and watch
rumble.com/user
and do what you want.
/Nays Garden /live. And it'll bring you right
Begging
here
for
to the
people
show.
comments
You guys have
and all
no
that stuff.
excuse to miss
I
content.
don't
All
know.
right.
I just think
Come to
that
Rumble
takes a lot of
and stop
energy
letting
out of me.
YouTube, Twitch,
When
and
if you want to
Facebook
put in
tell you
energy to
how
put a
you
comment,
should
you would
live,
comment.
who you should watch,
Sometimes they're like,
who you're not
yeah,
allowed to watch,
I ask
what
a
you're
person
allowed
to
to say,
comment
what you're
down
not
in the
allowed to
What you
say.
comments.
talking about, Mark? You talking about you talking about me?
Come on over to Rumble. We'll see you there.
Talking about in general. I'm just listening to him and I'm commenting off of it.
Okay.
Oh, we
I
dropped some
see
frames
you
already.
busy
Dude,
doing
really?
something.
Oh my God, I can't
No,
believe we
I'm
dropped
trying to
frames.
hear it because I got it coming out of my phone and I can barely hear it. That's why I got it to my ear.
I'm really working on this, guys. I'm really.
Yeah, because I got him turned up the loudest that I can go.
Okay. Yes. All right. Let's keep going here. So now I've got some content for you guys. Let's get into it. Now, this guy is a fucking dinosaur. Okay. And these are the typical idiots who will tell you they know everything there is to know about finances out of one side of their mouth. Then out of the other side of their mouth, they'll tell you that they know absolutely nothing about crypto. And you're like, dude, why? What is wrong with morons like you? So let's start this one from the beginning. I've made it 3 minutes in. And let's check out what this idiot has to say, and I will destroy him as we go. And you'll see that I'm actually smarter than a lot of the people that appear on television, right? I love showing you that.
Something I want to mention. Yes. I want to talk about Bitcoin. That's where I'm going to go. No. One thing I want to say. Don't point at me when you talk. It's a speculative thing. Yeah. And one point is Bitcoin proved once again that it's not a hedge against your assets melting. Or against money printing, or it's.
He says Bitcoin has proven once again that it is not a hedge against your assets melting, and then goes on to not provide any evidence whatsoever of that statement. Okay, let's go back. And I want you to listen to him lie to you one more time. It's not a hedge against your finances. That's what he says, right? I don't understand. Why do I have $500,000 sitting in crypto then? It's definitely a hedge against losing money. Definitely. Especially when you consider the value of that crypto has been going up since I started purchasing it back in 2020.
Once again, that it's not a hedge against your assets melting.
Right. As they show the chart right next to him while he speaks, and you can see the value of it month to month going up. While this idiot is saying, "Oh, it's not a hedge. It can't do anything for you. It's got absolutely no value whatsoever." That's what he's saying. While they're showing the chart in all green, fucking hitting 55.3 right there. It was 55.3 right there. When was this? Dude, when was this? Hold on a second. Why don't you have the date? You fucking idiots. How is this considered news if they won't give you the date? What a bunch of fucking idiots at CNBC. Yeah, we're going to play videotape. Bitcoin was at 55.3 on this day, and we're not going to tell you when the fuck this was. Was it last week? You know, I don't know. When the fuck was Bitcoin at 55, bro? 57. I don't know. 7 day.
And see, now this is Nate. This is what you cover. You should already know when Bitcoin, because you cover this shit every day.
Okay, back
This
then.
is nice.
Okay, so it was at 51 within the last 30 days. So this could be within the last 30 days. Okay, great. Let's keep going, shall we? Hey, I see some Namojis. Thank you for putting Namojis up. Craig, I love Namojis. Thank you for the Namojis. Frames, says Craig. Yeah, we're good now. Hello, Trending Nate. Joel, what's up? Namojis. Thank you for the Namojis, Joel. Craig, okay. Ain't got $500,000, but I eat pretty good off Bitcoin for a few years now. That's awesome, Bab Blue. Awesome. Hell yeah. All right, let's keep listening to this fool.
Or against money printing, or it's just a speculative asset. It's like a NASDAQ.
It's a speculative asset that seems to, just like, behave, like high-priced real estate in Manhattan.
Right.
Look at the chart. It's showing that Bitcoin is up plus 90% on its 1 year average, while this idiot is saying it has no value. And it's showing a chart right next to his idiot ass showing it at 90%. You tell me a person that bought it when it was at, under that, and then they sold it when it was 90% and they made, almost 100% profit. How are you going to tell that person that Bitcoin has no value? You fucking idiot. Wait till you hear what he compares Bitcoin to. Are you ready for this one? It's fantastic.
The stock market.
Right.
Yeah.
That may be true, but you're losing your ass for when you told me it was useless at 30,000.
I'm saying this.
You're losing your ass from when you told me it was worthless when it was 30,000. Now it's 60,000 and you're still saying it's worthless? What about the person who just bought a single Bitcoin when it was 30,000? Then they decided to cash out at 60,000 and they just doubled their money. I mean, this makes flat earthers seem like they're kind of intelligent, because at least flat earthers have little things that they say that kind of back up their bullshit. They've got like points. This guy's got no fucking points. Not only does he have no points, all the evidence is stacked against him on the split screen. And where are his facts to back up all the bullshit he's saying? Not a single fact. He just says words, and we're all supposed to sit here and go and agree with this moron because he wrote a book? Are you fucking kidding me? These are the dinosaurs, man. They need to go extinct. Ain't got how. Okay, can't hear the video. Capiche, what's up? Guy's a moron. You can't hear the video?
I mean, there's a lot of things I didn't invest in.
All right.
A lot of things I didn't invest in that went
I
up,
want you
and a
to
lot of
short
things that
it.
went down.
Instead of just talking, I want you to short it or buy it. Do one or the other.
That's exactly the kind of false economy that it causes. I'm telling you, it's an asset that's crazy. Okay, of course, we got enough crazy people to drive it up.
Do you think what do you think is going to happen to it long term?
It's an asset that's crazy, and if enough crazy people get into it, it'll drive up the value of it. It is just like any other stock or any other investment.
That's what I've been trying to explain to people. I like watching Nate's video because it is talking about he is talking about Bitcoin somehow. I don't know nothing about, so sitting up here watching somebody that explained to me about Bitcoins when there's an opportunity for me to learn something. So I like it. Overly passionate person. Yes, he is. I can 100% agree. If you are thinking that in the back of your mind, especially if you're watching the show with me, yeah, that's Nate for you, man. Y'all go check out Nate Gordon, man, on Rumble. What you eat? What you ordering?
McDonald's.
You always got that ba.
I was trying not to show him because I know you're not getting paid for it, but I got hungry.
Well, we got Sunrise back here.
Well, yeah, I don't know nothing about Bitcoin either, bro. I know a little bit, but I'm not really into it like everybody else is.
That is true. Man, we've been on here for an hour 40 minutes. This has been good enough. This has been a good enough show for me. I can't wait to do it. I'm back on the X.
Yeah, for you to come back to X, yeah.
Yeah, we back. We got all my little stations back. We be back until next time, y'all. I think I'm gonna leave out with the intro since I didn't start with the intro. Until next time, y'all. We out. Peace.
They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way up, way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got a soul view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation. Now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Water no bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. Oh, I ain't make it this far for myself, yeah. Prove to everybody else, I had to set them straight, yeah. I had to boss, so I had to renovate. I know they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah. I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate.